Hello and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms, the podcast that provides you with all the latest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are looking to substantially increase your caseload in the next 6 months, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. Today's episode is not going to be very long. I just want to talk about some points of something that, has come up in the past week or so in terms of this topic. And the topic I'm talking about is content marketing. Content marketing as a whole. So, first of all, I wish this was an interactive platform, where when it's a dialogue and not a monologue. But I'd love to ask you the question. And when you hear content marketing, what comes to mind to you? Because a lot of times people are getting it wrong. Content marketing is not a one-time thing. It's not something like you write a blog and that's it, or you write one newsletter and that's it. No, content marketing is a constant. You got to be consistent, and it's got to be constant, and it has to be in multiple modalities and platforms. Is it easy? Yes. It's very easy because you guys know your topic. Let me tell you why I'm so passionate about this. A few years ago, I took on a client and, we knew what they needed as a firm to be successful in their space. Now, they were out of the Washington, D.C. area, which is, it's a pretty busy area. I mean, you have a ton of clients, you have a ton of attorneys doing what you do. So it's competitive. And I was saying, well, really and truly, for you to make headway outside of what they hired us for, which was some SEO work and some lead generation stuff, outside of that, you should be doing some content marketing. And the reason why I wanted them to do it initially as well is because they were fairly new. Now, not them as attorneys, but their firm was new. So I wanted to do proper content marketing to ensure that people knew, that they have a collaboration of, maybe it was like 40 years of experience in law or something like that. They were just breaking out and doing their own thing. But, the firm itself was a brand new firm, but they themselves was practicing law forever. So, I wanted to share content marketing concept with them. And, of being a new firm, they didn't really have the budget for everything. So they just took us on as a lead generation firm because obviously they needed leads, and some SEO, of course, because they wanted to establish a brand, which is SEO is awesome for. So, long story short, we still have them as a client, and they had a conversation with me. So I wanted to know if they were ready to start the whole thing with the content marketing. And the funny thing is, unfortunately, they said no, they weren't ready because they didn't see a value in content marketing. And I said, okay, where don't you see the value? Well, we've been doing it for all this time, Frank. And other than the lead generation stuff you're doing for us and the SEO, we haven't seen that it's generated anything. And I said, oh, what have you been doing? And they showed me some blogs that they wrote. And they were sharing the blogs in social media. And again, that is just a portion of what content marketing is. It's a lot more than that. And this is what I shared with them. For instance, they were writing blogs like attorneys write blogs, which they are attorneys, and I get it. But when you write blogs, you have to write blogs as an attorney, with some facts, but you have to write it with the search engines in mind so it can get picked up and distributed throughout the internet for people to find it. And that's what they were doing wrong in terms of the blogs. It wasn't being found naturally. It was being found, because they were posting it on social media, and even then it wasn't being found all that much. And it was very technical in their writing, very specific in their writing. When you're going to do content marketing and blogs is one of your strategies, you have to write about current things. If there's a change in the law, for instance. So you got to write in list format. So 5 things this change in the law is going to affect with this, with this practice. Let me get specific. Let's just say it's a family law attorney and, they issue some other, okay, I'll give you an example. Lately states have been rolling out and saying, we have same-sex marriages. So you want to write a blog that says 5 things or 3 things, whatever it is, that this new allowance of same-sex marriage is going to do to your, family situation or whatever. Or maybe you want to list out what that is, what the change is, but in layman's terms. Here are the changes. In case you haven't heard, in XYZ state is now allowed to have same-sex marriages. You can adopt children, yada, yada, yada. Now, and here are all the steps that you have to take to do that. Those types of blogs, along with keyword research, don't forget that, is going to get picked up by the search engines. But the key thing there is keyword research. Write the keywords that people are typing. So you have to do the keyword research before you do that. Another thing is what they were doing wrong was they weren't writing what people were searching for. And they were like, well, Frank, I didn't know how to do this. And I know I've shared this with you guys in the past. There's a site called answerthepublic.com that will tell you what your potential clients are searching for. It tells you that in droves. So before you start writing, you want to check that out. You want to do your keyword research, and you also want to check out Answer the Public. It's another thing that we're doing wrong. Another thing that you have to do, and in my opinion, of course, is, so let's say you don't want to write. You say, Frank, I don't want to write. Okay, fine. So you got to do video then. Do a video. Instead of a blog, create a vlog where you do the same thing I'm saying, but in video, and optimize it with those same keywords. That's it. That's all you got to do. I would prefer do both. Create a vlog from the blog. That's my opinion. But another content marketing practice that's being forgotten for a lot of you lawyers is newsletters. Now, I'd like at some point I'd like to have a specific episode on newsletter, the formatting and all that kind of stuff, because that's a little bit more detailed. I don't want to drag it into here, but newsletter is powerful, and not enough attorneys have newsletters. Oh, it's a waste of time. No, it's not. People read that stuff, especially if, again, you do your research. Go to answerthepublic.com, see what people are typing for in your industry, in your area, and write about that. And when I say newsletter, I'm not talking about an everyday thing. No. Your newsletter should be once a month. twice a month at best. Once a month twice a month is the best. That's in my opinion, for an attorney. But if you can't do it twice a month, once a month, pick a day of the month that you want to do it. And people always ask me, well, Frank, excuse me, what is the best month? What is the best day of the week? Pick a day. Pick a day. If the best day of the week is the day you write it, that's the best day. The worst day of the week is the day you don't write it. So pick a day, whether it be Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whatever. It does not really matter. Send it consistently, and if you're going, like, for instance, if you know you're going to do it twice a month, which I recommend, think about this ahead of time. So think about what you want to write about ahead of time. Pick a topic per month that you want to write about. So lay out your 24 newsletters that you're going to have the whole year already. It's only 24. We're not talking about a bunch. At least pick the topics. And then as you know the topics, as you get into the months, go into Answer the Public, get the content, write some content on your blog, right? Share the content through your newsletter to your list, and voila, that's all you got to do. Okay. Another form of content marketing we talked about a bit already is social media. During my segments with Laura Shipman, excuse me, you've heard me talk a lot about sharing content via social media. You want to continue doing it, and that's where social media becomes effective. Because if you're doing your research properly, you're writing to people what people are looking for. And the people who are looking for it, guess where they are? They're on social media. Everyone's on social media. Okay? So you got to pick the platform where your audience is. Whether it be Facebook, Twitter. I don't know where your audience is, but pick the platform where it is, and that's it. And if you're going to go the video route, pick, Instagram or TikTok or whatever, or Facebook, and do the video where you share your content, if that makes sense. And that's really what's going to work for your industry, folks. And when it comes to content marketing, it can't be just, I'm writing this blog and nothing's happening. Or it can't be, I just created this video and nothing's happening. Nothing's going to happen. The only way nothing happens is if you didn't do any research prior to you doing anything. That's the only way that, quote unquote, nothing happens. Because doing what content, put it this way, just to sum things up here, content marketing works. You just got to do it the right way. So the moral of the story, I started telling you a story about the client that I had a few years ago. That now the moral story is, hooray, they wanted us to do it now for them, and that's great. And we're pretty good at content marketing. But hooray for me. But the thing is, really, hooray for them, because now they're going to see the value of content marketing. If that's something that you really want to see as well, if you have been doing your own content marketing and you think, well, this is a lot of work for very little result, give us a call, 888-416-7752. I'd love to take a look at how you're doing your content marketing, whether it's being a vlog, a blog, a newsletter, social media, however you're doing your content marketing. I'd love to take a look at it and give you some free advice as to how to fix it. It's really what I'm looking for right here. I'm not looking to do it for you or anything like that. I just want to show you, if you have this doubt of content marketing, I want to show you how it can work for your industry, for your area, and for your firm. Okay, so I hope you guys got a lot out of this episode. If you did, please share this episode with someone that you think can get something out of it. I would greatly appreciate it. That's the only way I get a chance to actually distribute my podcast, is when you, the listeners, actually help me do that. So without further ado, I'm going to put an end to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Share it, like it, subscribe so you don't miss when I have a new episode. I will see you guys next week. This has been Frank Deming, the local business guy. Take care and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms, the podcast that provides you with all the latest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you would like to know more about the topic we discussed on the show today, reach out to Frank and his team at 888-416-7752 and schedule a discovery call with one of the marketing consultants. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, send an email to podcast@lbmsllc.com and we will put you on the schedule. With that being said, until next week, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.